Hi guys, if you see this video, it means that the name of it triggered you because perfectionists tend to be the people who do the best thing in the best way. They want the result for 100%, and it looks like they want it for other people and they want to do the best for others, but I don't think so, and this is not the nice point of view, and maybe it will be not so pleasant to hear the information I want to share, but let's be honest and let's see the truth. I've been a perfectionist all my life. Since I remember myself from the school times, I always wanted to get the best marks. I wanted to get the best results. I wanted to be the smartest, maybe not the first, but just the best. It was not always successful. I was not the smartest in my class. I was not the fastest in my physical education classes. But this tactic gave me many results in life. But close to my 40, I started to analyze, is it good, is it not good? Because perfectionism often leads me to burnouts when I can work or dedicate myself to something, some process, some work, or something that happening in my life, and dig into this completely, not sleep, not eat, not having free time, not rest, because I'm so interested. But it has another side. It was not very good for me to realize this, but it helped me to be more easygoing, more grounded, and to see life more as it is. If you say that you are perfectionist, let me just tell you something about you. So you want the best results, maybe not the best from others, but the best for yourself. So when you start to do something, you have the picture in your mind. You have this maybe vision or some design, how it will be. If you want to make a cake, if you want to make a salad, if you want to do any project, you already start to visualize it and you start to see it like the best version of the project ever. But when you actually start to do this, like if you start to make a cake, when it's new recipe, you see that your result is not so good as you imagine, and the final result is far from what you imagine, and it hurts you. You cannot stand it. It's painful for you. You want to improve this. You don't want to show your result. If it's a cake, you want to destroy it. Maybe you want this cake not to be visible to anyone in time, and you are so struggling, you are so ashamed of your result because this result differs from what you had in your mind. When you want to get the result which is already in your mind, you forget about anything. You have to rest, you have to sleep, you have some relationship, and you have people around you, and you start to be really focused on your project. After time, you are not satisfied, you are exhausted, and the happiness never happens. At some point, it's good that you want to get the best result. What you really want is not a result. What you really want is people to think good about you. Let me guess what thoughts you have in your mind. You always think about what they think about me, what they say about me. How will I look? How will I sound? What impression I will do? This shift, from what they will think about me and what they will think about me, and it changes everything. And I did not realize that actually I was thinking all my life not about them, because sometimes you think that you do something for people, like to please them, to make them happy. But in reality, you always think about what they say about you. It's painful, because when I saw this strategy, like this shift, at first I rejected this and I said to myself, no, I'm a kind person. I always think about others. I want to be good. I want to make other people happy. And this is hard. Like now I'm so ashamed to say this in voice and it's not comfortable. I think maybe I should not do this, but for me, it's a point of get more freedom. Because if I am free from expectations, what they think about me, how will I look? I can look anyway. I can say anything. I can get and show any result. What I think about myself is more important that they will think about myself. And one more thing, like when you want to give the best result, you think that if you don't do this, if your result will be not so good as you imagined yourself, that people will reject you. They will not like you. They will not accept you. They will not keep relationship with you. They just will avoid you. But in reality, it's like it's never happened. And what you do, you reject yourself. So you have, for example, you want to make a cake. You already have idea in your mind. You did actual cake and it's not so perfect. It's not so good as you imagined yourself. And what you say, what you do in your mind, you say to yourself, okay, this is like a cake and I don't like it. And this means they will not like it and they will not like me and they will reject me. At this point, you did not even show the cake to other people and you already rejected yourself. You understand? No one rejected you. No people, like anybody, seen your cake. It's only you. And you already decided for these people what they will say, what they will do, how they will act. And you just want to avoid rejection. And what you do is you reject yourself. Even before anything happened, before you show the cake. And you reject yourself. You reject your cake. You reject your result because this is not the best result you imagined. And you cut yourself from the people, from the feedbacks. And at this point, it's hard to believe, I understand, it's hard to believe that the feedback could be positive. You only imagine black and white. It's like the feedback will be or fantastic or the worst thing ever. No middle. But the feedback could be in the middle. And you are afraid of this worst case scenario and you want to avoid this pain, this rejection, and you decide even not to show the cake because you decided it's not good. You are not good. And this is the truth. And when I realized this, like couple days, I was frustrated because I realized that what I did in my life many times, I had many opportunities like to communicate with people, to do something interesting, but because I wanted to do things perfect, I was so, concentrated on what they think about me that I did not even show up. I did not even like open my mouth and say a word. I was so terrified to be rejected that I rejected myself. Even now, I was cleaning my cat's toilet and this idea came up to my mind. And what I would do like a month ago, I would make a note in my phone about this idea, like I want to share this, and I would be waiting for perfect times to record, to set up the light, the camera, to do makeup, hair, and to like to think about my outfit. And now I'm just like, as I am at home, do you see this robe I have? this equipment. I'm in my daughter's bedroom and there is no light, no professional camera. This is my phone's camera. And this is like, for me, an exercise to go out of my cage of a perfect result, because now I'm thinking about people, because I understand that there is a girl somewhere that she wants to communicate with people, she wants to show her results, she wants to go to people, but she is afraid, she wants everything to be perfect. And by sharing my story and my vision, I just really want to help this girl. And maybe this girl is you. Not to think about myself, not to think about what you will think about me. Oh my God, I was cleaning the cat's toilet. What a shame. I'm not like fully glam, And for me, that's fine. I am a real person. I am a real human. I don't have a studio. I don't have a team. What I do is by myself. And I just want my blog to be a part of my life and not to build my life around the blog, because I tried to do this and it's crazy. Like after a month, I was dead. That is not possible because I was trying to act like I am ideal, I'm perfect, I have makeup always. Reality all the time throws a piece of shit, and this is not fancy, this is not fabulous, this is not glam. And I'm so exhausted to act like I'm normal. I don't have problems. I have a lot of problems with with health, in relationship, in everything. Like I'm immigrant. I was a refugee. I saw the war. I lost my home. I had so much difficulties like last years, and I was avoiding to accept that it affected me in a bad way. I was trying to say and act like it was nothing, like I'm normal, but now I still acknowledging the process that maybe I'm not okay. Maybe I'm not so perfect. The life is not perfect. The life sometimes it's a cat's toilets. You have to clean them. You have to fight bugs in your flower. You have to clean toilets. You have to do groceries. It's like I hate it. I don't want to do this, but this is a life. You are alive, and this is it. So maybe this a point of growing up, like really, I don't know. I feel like it's pretty painful and again not so glamorous. But I want to be like this, not only at home, but when I share what I want to say, because I think what a person want to say is more important than the decorations. Yes, decorations are nice and good if you have time, if you have energy, if your time allows you to do this. But if you don't have a time for decorations, but you still want to say something, just say, and in time maybe something will change and you will be able to set the decorations. Another thing that could be so difficult for you if you are a perfectionist is to come to your friends or even to your family and say that you have some problems and you need, maybe you just don't need help, but you need to share what you feel, and you need somebody to listen to you, you need somebody just to hug you and say maybe something neutral. And I recently had a really difficult situation in my family, and for the first time in my life it was so big and so unexpected, it's so so bad at this time that I felt like, clearly I felt that I cannot handle this alone and I need some help in terms of I need to share my problem. And it was so uncomfortable for me to go to my friends and saying about my issues, about my problems, because a perfectionist don't have problems.
you have perfect life. You have this idea of yourself that you should be perfect. There is no place for like things that you cannot deal with, and you start to believe in this. But life is not so perfect, and at some point you see clearly that there are some things you cannot handle alone, because they will just explode you from inside. And when I came to my friends and started to talk about my problems, I felt like I'm naked, you know? It's horrible. But maybe after some time, after a week, I started to feel like I'm really supported. I'm not alone. The world is not so bad. Yes, bad things happen, but in general, there are still people that are kind, and they do not reject me, you know? It was a surprise that even when I have problems, people still want to have me like a friend. They still want to see me, interact with me. And it was such a relief, and it was such a big thing to see. And you know what my friends told me, that Paulina, when you have some issues in life, we understand this because you look like not calm, you know, but you'd never tell anything about your problems, like what is going on in your life. You never tell us. And this is strange, and you look strange because you show one thing and you say another thing. And this is suspicious, you know. So after that, I shifted, you know, my behavior in terms of, oh my God, maybe what I feel I can say about this, and this is not a danger, and this is good. I will be better. I will feel better. What a surprise.
Guys, if you are tired to be perfect, if you are tired to act, if you don't want to pretend, I understand you, and it's completely fine. This is a point of your life when I think you really can start to feel the life, not to act like you are happy, but really feel yourself happy. If you feel sad, you feel sad for 100%. Just letting yourself feel sad, not good, and not pretend that everything is fine if it's not. So let me know what you think. I was happy to share this. And I believe that life, sometimes it's good, sometimes it's not good, but anyway, it will be good times. And I believe that everyone deserves good times, positive, and just to be happy, not to act. Okay, see you. Bye bye.